introduce UML.
Hi, this is Joy Lee, and I'll tell you about how we load data, how we create tables for our data, and the row counts of our data.
Here is the UML design, and we have 10 classes. Between them, we have users and restaurants. For the users, there are two kind of users: the customers and merchants. And a user can have many credit cards. If a user is deleted, then the credit cards will be deleted too. And for the restaurant, a restaurant can have many dishes. So between the users and the restaurants, there are three kind of operations: the reviews, reservations, and orders. The reviews will have a user ID and a restaurant ID, and for the reservations, it also has the reservation, the user ID and restaurant ID, and it has status types. The status types has pending, confirmed, and finished. So for the orders, it has a user ID and restaurant ID, and besides that, it also will have the order details, and it connected with the dishes.
So according to our design, we create all the tables. First of all, it's users. It has user ID, like username, everything related to this, and we create customers. So it's a kind of user. It has the user ID as its primary key, and it is foreign key connected to the user's user ID. Then we create credit cards. Another kind of user is merchants, but it has to connect it to restaurants ID. So we create restaurants before we create merchants. After the merchants, we create dishes. It has dish ID and the restaurant ID as the foreign key. So the next one is reservations. Restaurant ID is its foreign key connected to restaurant, and the same reviews has the foreign key restaurant ID connected to restaurant, and the orders. Order has two foreign keys. One is user ID and one is restaurant ID, and the order detail. It has the order ID as a foreign key and dish ID as the other foreign key. So here is the row counts for our each table. The customers is a kind of user, so the users, the restaurants, and the dishes are three main data sources we inserted into our database. So for the restaurants, a part of the restaurants we get is from the UPI, it's the API, and another part of the restaurants we get from Yelp. So we use these three Python to get the data. So for the API, we use like here different zip codes to get different restaurants in different areas through the API. And here is the Yelp. We get the data from the business.json, and this JSON file is provided by Yelp. So we use this two program to get all the restaurants information. Also, the data about user is in user.json, and it is also provided by the Yelp. So this is three main data sources we are using now. Later, we may combine reviews and orders data from the API and the Yelp. So this is our PM2 assignment.